Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the poem A Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. Now, this poem contrasts tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. He stalks in his vivid trips, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet reach. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plum deer pass. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. He stalks in his vivid trips. He stalks, he is tiger. Okay, tiger, how tiger is walking? He is walking in an angry manner. Okay, now in his vivid strips, he is having strips on his body. Okay, very bright strips. You can see from the long distance also, you can see the tiger. The few steps of his cage. Now he is inside the cage. The first extract is showing that he is inside the cage and how he is walking in an angry manner. He is not happy there because it is not his natural habitat. He wants to enjoy the freedom. He wants to enjoy the natural habitat. On pad of velvet white means if you have seen tigers, so they are having pads like velvet so that the sound doesn't come. In his quiet rage, he is angry but quietly. If you have ever seen the walk of a tiger, very quietly, very compact, like that in that manner they walk. Okay, so he is also doing that. He is walking inside the cage. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass. Actually, if he is in natural habitat, what he does? He lurks. He lurks, that means he waits silently in a hidden manner. Lurking in shadow, trying to hide himself inside the shadow so that he can search for the prey. He waits for the prey. And who is the prey here? Prey is the deer. Sliding through long grass near the water hole. Now he stands there. He tries to hide himself so that he can wait for a very fat plum deer. Where near the water hole where plum deer pass. So most of the time the deer passes from these areas, from the watery areas. So he waits there behind the long grass. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge. Now, if he would be in a natural habitat, what he would do? He would be snarling around, growling, aggressive manner, in its own manner, actually tiger's own manner, snarling around houses at the jungle's edge. Now most some of the villages are means attached to these jungles, so he used to go to the edges of those jungles and growl, snarl in loud manner so that he can threaten to terrorize the villagers. Okay, now, at jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws. Fangs, long teeth, sharp teeth. So, he tries to scare, he tries to terrorize the villagers, the village people, so that they will not come near to his natural habitat. So, he tries to do that. Now, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. But he is locked in a concrete cell. But now what is happening? He is locked in a concrete cell. He is living, means inside the cage, behind the bars. He is not free. He cannot enjoy his natural habitat. He should be given that natural habitat. Now, but he is locked in a concrete cell. Concrete cell, the cell which is made up of cement. Okay, so he cannot come out from that cell by himself. His strength behind bars. Now he cannot show his strength also. He cannot growl. He cannot terrorize the villagers from there because he is inside the cage. Stalking the length of his cage. Only that means the cage is only his habitat. He can walk from one part to another, that cage. And obviously the cages are very small. Very they are having very narrow paths, so they cannot come out from that cage. Now, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now, he ignores. Why? Because he's not happy. He doesn't want to see the visitors also who are visiting. Zoo, if you have ever visited, you see so many animals and they are living means inside the cage, but these type of tigers, they should get the natural habitat so that they can enjoy their life. Now, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors, he hears the last voice at night. Now, last point, last extract is also talking about the zoo. What he does, he hears the last voice at night. Only means he can hear the sound of the patrolling cars who come to see to take a round of that whole zoo. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Now, only the option is that he can only stare to the brilliant stars. He cannot come out. He cannot enjoy. With his brilliant eyes, he is so strong. Tigers are so strong, and which type of life they are living? They are behind the bars. They are inside the cage. They cannot enjoy their life. So that's why the poet wants to tell us that what type of life they are leading in a cage, and what type of a life they lead in the natural habitat. So in jungle, so they are free, but here inside the cage they are not free. So all the option is only means he can enjoy, he can see the stars from there, otherwise he cannot enjoy his walk, he cannot enjoy his snarling. Okay, so he is just living inside the cage. Thank you.